Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is a... I mean, it's a love story. That's all it is. It's a love story. The zombie stuff is on the side, but it is through and through a love story. I haven't read the book Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I haven't read the book Pride and Prejudice. All the lead characters are not the least bit interesting. The biggest actor they bag and tag is one of the Doctor Who's, I think, right? This movie, it was so poorly advertised and it was such a waste. I was really expecting and hoping for, like I said in my 2016 thing, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter with sucker punch hot girls just like slashing through zombies and stuff. First of all, it's rated PG-13, so even when the zombie scenes are happening, there's like no gore. And they're not, it's like, you can't have a PG-13 zombie movie, you just can't. But they rarely happen. Zombies are often in the movie, but they try to make it like a horror kind of scary thing, and then someone will freak out and they'll shoot him in the head and that'll be it. There's like only one scene I can think of, and it happens near the beginning of the movie, where they're all just like slashing through zombies and slow-mo stuff, and it's like really just lame, and it's really badly filmed, and the girls are like walking towards the camera, and it's just so obvious, and they're just kind of like slashing through zombies that are off-screen. It looks terrible. Now, it is possible to have a good romance in a movie. It just never happens. Oh my god. So there's this whole thing about this guy. He's like, oh, marry him. He's like, but I don't want to marry him. And it's like, Darcy and the main character, her name is Liz, right? I mean, like, the girls are all very attractive, but they don't stand out at all. The only way I could distinguish them is their hair color, really. What, are she and Darcy, like, pretending to not like each other? Because they both clearly like each other, and they throw it at the end of the movie like it's this big surprise. And, like, that didn't work for me at all. And Darcy's got this past with his father and this other guy, Wiggum, I think his name was, and they're like, they were best friends, but they didn't get along. It's boring. It doesn't work. The movie had some potential. I was really hoping for, like, because, like, it shows all the girls, like, arming up for battle and just, like, sticking knives on their legs and stuff, and they got all these guns and stuff, and they're, like, you know, 1700s corsets and all that. And that could have been stylish, and that could have been cool, but if any of them were the least bit two-dimensional characters. And the dialogue is so dry and boring. It's like a British accent, like, let's try to outwit each other with insults, and it's just so boring. I'm confused who this movie is for, because the marketing was like, you know, teenager zombie action stuff, and it is not an action movie. It is not an action movie. It's not a horror movie. It's a romance drama thing that just happens to take place in the zombie universe. I mean, that comes to the forefront by the end, but it's all about, will they make it, will their love survive the zombie? It's so dumb. There's this cool idea thrown around with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They say in the movie they will ascend from hell. I'm pretty sure there are going to be angels that come down. Hey Dad, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, they're angels, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see? He's a catechist, he knows. And there's a cool shot of these 4 guys in trench coats and top hats from the back, and it's like a split second, but it's the only time they're ever brought up. And there's these cool pictures of them with, like, scythes and stuff, and, like, making me think Bloodborne again. Sorry to bring up From Software games again. Transforming weapons and stuff. Like, it could have been so cool. And the intro of the movie is so cheap and lazy. It's talking about, like, it goes through, like, 100 years of zombie history, and you're like, oh, the zombies uprise, then it was the end of days, but then England, it was like this attack on Titan wall they made around England, and then they dug a moat, and then it just fast forwards to here. So the movie starts already, everybody's all, oh, zombies, yeah, we know about them. But it's done in this, like, little, like, cardboard cutout, like, pop-up picture book style. And it's just, it's so terrible. It's like, why didn't you show these cool CGI shots of these armies just slamming into each other? It could have been like a prologue. I think when this movie was trying to be funny and comedic and uplifting and, like, heartfelt, it fell completely flat. And when it tried to be serious, it fell completely flat. This movie was crap. Don't see this movie. Go see Hail Caesar. It's much better. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies gets a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. God bless.